Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. Fresh off the Tampa today. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. And even though Sherilyn wasn't there, man, she was chatting it up in the chat. That's for sure. So man, oh man, it was a great time. Took a lot of pictures. Mimi took some pictures. I took some pictures for those of you who are following me on like Facebook and stuff. I put a lot of pictures up there. Jim Penna, one of the presenters, just dropped off my coffee because he's a hell of a guy. Thank you, Jim. All right, so I waited, of course, to the last minute to go make some coffee for the live stream, and Jim came through and help the brother out. Amir, I know you didn't make it. But hopefully everything is good for you and your family in California, my friend. I'm praying for all you guys out in California. Man, this is some rough time. So let me tell you something else too. For all of the people who came live, everybody who said that this was their first time, they said it was so much different than being online. So I'm putting that out there. I'm definitely putting that out there. That when I start talking about signing up for the in-person next year, we should sell out in like a day, because there is a big difference in being there live than being there on the computer. So I'm just putting that out there. I just put that out there. Please let me know what to do with the market crash. And the first thing I'm going to tell everybody is look at what's going on in the software. Amir, look at this. We got 2 solid days of red lights. The primary wave is down and has been down for the last 2 days to include today. For those of you who are really, really aggressive, when you see the primary wave go down, you should probably play the market to the downside. Now, for you, Amir, I have to go look. Let me go put this onto a different screen. I have to go look, but if I am you, and for many of you, I'm looking for when the MTI went down below 1. Remember, that's the underlying trend of the market. And even though we've got a lot of yellow here, as we look through, we got a lot of yellow there. You're supposed to be cautious, but I would be cautious, more so defensive, because the MTI is below 1. So, I mean, I say that not to just say, well, you should have known. I say that because these are the indicators within VectorVest that tell you when the MTI, the underlying trend of the market, is down, even though we've got yellow lights, I'm pairing more so being more defensive because the MTI is below 1. And look at this. Over the last 2 weeks, the MTI has been below 1. All right, so I put that up. And defense stocks, we're going to talk about a little bit about defense stocks in the news today. Defense stocks, could you please do a quick look over RGTI and tell me what you think? RGTI right now, as much as I like the stock, I'm not a player of the stock, especially because of what NVIDIA said about the quantum space. RGTI was one of my more aggressive plays. My more stable play in the quantum space is IONQ, and it got beat up as well. But RGTI, when it was running, it was running. When it's not, I'm probably looking at QSI as well. The stocks that were killing it in a big way are probably the ones that everybody's taking their money out of now, Austin, because a lot of people made a lot of money and they're not giving it back. So RGTI, QSI, there's a couple of QNCCF. Those are more speculative. I'm going to call them more aggressive to speculative plays in the quantum space. I'd be super careful with those. Now, when I look at NVIDIA, I look at Google, I'm going to still be a little bit longer term. Notice that they didn't take as big a hit as the Qubits, as the QNCCFs, and all those other stocks. So just keeping that out there, Amir. And for you, Amir, when I see the MTI below 1, I am going to tell you, and many of you out there, you need to be more cautious to defensive. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? Yes or no? All right, because I hate to see people get blindsided by the market. Does that make sense to everybody in the room? No matter how you invest in the market, I'm always going to look at the primary wave. For you guys who are a little bit more aggressive. But for those of you who are a little bit more prudent, looking at the MTI. For those of you who are a little bit more conservative, I'm definitely looking at the confirmed calls. So when I look at the color guard has the wherewithal to help you no matter how you invest in the market. And you know, the interesting thing is, even when I get a green light in the color guard pricing column, but the MTI is below 1, you know something? I'll take what the market gives me that day, but probably not holding overnight. And I think that going forward, I think that on the channel, I definitely need to put more emphasis on what's going on with the MTI as well as the color guard. Because here, a lot of yellow, but the MTI was telling the story that, hey, the market overall, the underlying trend of the market wasn't up. So even though it was cautious, and maybe on a day or two when I got a green light, I still know that this is smart stuff. All right, this is smart stuff that keeps you guys on the right side of the market. Now, we got 340 people in here. Of course, make sure you hit the like button. But I got the okay that at the end, to make you all stay to the end, I'm going to show you some more of the new platform. Ooh, if that doesn't give you incentive to stay to the end, then I don't know what else can. But I keep hearing about, when are you going to add this technical indicator and that technical indicator? Guess what? In the new platform, we have it. All right, so again, about 340 people here. I want to see about the same amount of people here at the end, because I am going to talk about a little bit more of the next gen platform. All right, so I'm just putting that out there. And if you want to leave, you can leave. But I'm going to spend a little time in that software for you, for those people who do want to stay till the end. No, it's click. See, Tabula, why you always got something to say? You always got to say. It ain't clickbait. What did I just say? If you want to stay, stay. If you don't want to stay, don't stay. I'm just letting you know that if you do stay, what to look for. That's all I got to say, Tabula. All right, with that, let me move this back to... Where do I want to go? Back to here? Yep, back to here. Let's talk about, all right, so we talked about what's going on in the market. Let's go to a market timing graph to back that up a little bit. Go into the program, smooth this over a little bit. And, you know, reason why, look at that. That was a beautiful level of support, 69.61. We broke through it on Friday. A lot of people were asking me in Tampa, so what do you think about that? I think that the market's got some more downside. Looking for VWAP. Guess what? VWAP's in there. I really like the live streaming this weekend. I live in Arizona, and it was very informative. Thank you for that, Donald. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Marty, I saw Marty there. Ross, there you are, Ross. Ross says that he's now going to be part of the Jockey Club. So I told you I would shout you out, Ross. All right. The new platform, we're already getting ready. We're starting to look for beta testers, Kay Harper. When is it going to come out for sure? I don't know, but we gotta start getting beta testers. If you want to be a beta tester, go to www.vectorvest.com/beta. Clay, could you put that in the chat for me, please? I'm going to, www.vectorvest.com/beta. And a SIF at the end of this presentation, I will show. Alfreda, got to meet Alfreda. Took a couple of pictures with Alfreda. Man, I loved meeting you guys as well. Prakash, to join the Jockey Club, reach out to our product support. Tampa was awesome. It was great meeting you. It was also nice meeting you, Mark. I met a lot of people. And then we took a group picture. It was freaking awesome. All right. So I see people are leaving. They don't want to hear me talk about Tampa, and that's fine. If you weren't there, And then where's Ripman? There he is. Ooh-wee. I found out, and I'm gonna put it. I don't care what nobody say. You can leave if you want to. I found out that my new drink of choice, old-fashioned. Oh, good. Googly muggly, baby. Ooh-wee. Ritman took care of your uncle. We had some of the best old-fashions, and me and Ritman, we were talking up a storm. All right, so with all of that being said, I know I am going to be doing a video on robotics possibly this week. It may be tomorrow or Friday, but it's going to be this week. I've got 2 videos set up for this week. One is going to be on robotics and one is going to be on Palantir. Tonight's video is going to be my top 5 picks for the week for the U.S. and for Canada. All right, so Crown and Coke, nah. Old Fashions was killing it, and me and Ritman, we were doing up, and then Marty came over, and it was awesome time. All right, let's get into what news is moving the market. Let's start off there, and this is a stock that I was curious in because they were the first ones getting close to wanting to do a vaccine for bird flu. All right, so with that being said, I was on board with Moderna, but Moderna's shares sink after the vaccine maker slashes its 2025 revenue outlook. So maybe the vaccine probably would have taken a little longer than they thought, and they probably weren't going to make a ton of money on it. So I don't know what else they have in the pipeline, but the revenue outlook for Moderna wasn't there. Shirley Temple, hold her hair. I'm not doing Shirley Temple. There's Carol. Got to meet Carol. All I heard to hear her when she came in was "Sing out, Glenn." I got to meet Carol. Oh my goodness, it was an awesome time. It was really an awesome time. San Fran says, "Welcome back from Tampa, Glenn. What do we do? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about it. In the present time, I'm not going to even talk about it yet. We're going to talk about it. Next one, Eli Lilly. Acquisition, buying Scorpion Therapeutics cancer therapy for up to $2.5 billion. Anytime you can add a cancer research to your company is going to be huge. And it plans to buy Scorpion Therapeutics experimental cancer therapy for $2.5 billion in cash to expand its pipeline. And there it is. Remember I just said about Moderna, it's the pipeline. These companies, they've got to put stuff in the pipeline in order to make investors feel comfortable. All right, let's go to the next story. Dexcom reports preliminary unaudited results for the fourth quarter. And so their predictions are in line. I did a video on Senseonics. I might have to do a video in the next couple of weeks on Senseonics versus Dexcom. Which one would I be looking for in regards to diabetic control? So I might have to do that. NVIDIA customers are reportedly facing delays. In the GPU and the Blackwell GPU. Remember last year at the time of the earnings report, we listened to it, me and Ryan, and they pretty much said, no, we're full go. We're full go for the GPUs. NVIDIA stock dropped 4% following the report that the information about the delays experienced by some of its major customers in deploying its advanced Blackwell AI chip in data centers. The delays stem from issues with the initial shipment of NVIDIA's Blackwell-equipped racks, according to the information. That's going to hurt NVIDIA. I heard NVIDIA has issues with the server. Pennywise, what am I doing? Am I not just reading the story? Why don't you wait till I get the story out? Sigh. Pennywise trying to steal the thunder. I got the thunder. I got the thunder and the lightning. I got it right there. X Steel on news. I don't know what this. Now Pennywise apologizes. I don't know what the Nippon, what the story is still on the buy up of Nippon buying up X Steel. I don't know yet. I still don't know. Looks like leather jacket didn't make NVIDIA go up. Little did they know VectorVest had a down signal on the do. I'm telling you, I'm going to have to spend more time this year, no matter what stories come out, looking at market timing, looking at the MTI. The MTI is going to help a lot of you, especially you, Amir. It's going to help a lot of you. I am a long-term holder of Lilly. Profit Locker Pro triggered a big profit. Then I sold puts to get back in. There you go, Dave. That's nothing wrong with that. Glenn, all oil stocks rising. Remember CVX? Listen, I'm not putting all my money, not even a lot of it, into the oil stocks. I'm telling you, oil is going to go down in price, especially with the new administration coming in. You may, and you know something? Let them rise. Anybody disagree with me? I'm going to put that out there, Akshay. Anybody, how about this? If you agree with me that the oil commodity itself is going to go down, type of 1. If you don't think it's going to go down, type of 2. If you think the oil as a commodity is going to go down in price, type of 1. If you disagree with me, type of 2. All right, and Akshaya, I can see it going up right now, and that's fine. A couple of days, that's fine. But as soon, and Don says no, Donald says no. Oh, you got offsets of each name. Both say no. I think personally that oil goes down. I think that the commodity, because we're going to make so much of it. Now, granted, I think that in the background, even with the current administration, we've already been drilling for a lot of oil, more oil than most people think that that the current administration was going to. The commodity will go down, but stocks are way down, I've given you what areas within oil I would keep my eye on, especially oil services. All right, nuclear I like a lot because that's the cleanest clean energy out there. And with the advances of AI and all that kind of stuff, we ain't got the energy. We just don't have the energy. And nuclear energy is I think it's going to have to play. I don't care what anybody thinks. It's going to have to play a role because the energy grid just can't handle what AI is already advancing in right now. The U.S. is running out of good fracking land. Trump cannot get drilling levels higher. We'll see. Could we go over Archer? I'm not ready to look at stocks yet. You know me. I'm not going to pay attention to the stocks you put in just quite yet until we get through the likes. Remember, for every 10 likes, we get a stock. For every 10 likes, we get a stock. For every 10 likes, we get a stock. The next gen reactors are not ready to build. I know, Stephen. I know. But we're going to need them. Is there a watch list for nuclear stocks in VectorVest, Tony? Yes, there are. Yes, there are. See if you remind me, I'll take a look. We're starting to look for a bottom, as Bill says. The body sell ratio is at 20, MTI is at 0.65. We'll see. I think the market's going to have even more downside than what we got right now, Bill. So I don't look at this as a bottom just quite yet. Not quite yet. Next story, defense stocks. RTX awarded $333 million contract for SMC Block IA production. It's going to be interesting. All right. Along with that, I'm going to be looking at defense. Defense has been a tough stock, but defense is going to move this year. If we have the idea of, I hate to get to say this, but America first, defense is going to play a big role in that as well. So I definitely am keeping my eyes on the whole defense space, but these companies are getting contracts. Palantir remains attractive for those looking to invest for the long term. How many of you are still holding your Palantir play? Type of 1 in the room. I got out of it. I made a lot of money. But how many of you are still holding your Palantir play? Type of 1 in the room. And if you are, I'm going to show you that it's not a bad idea. When we get to that stock, I'm going to show you that it's not a bad idea. Peter says, I gave a like looking for info on CRNT. That's fine. And I appreciate the like, Peter. I appreciate the like. But I'm going to give you an opportunity to look for stocks. That's when I'm going to be looking at them. All right, Peter, I'm just putting that out there. If I start taking them now, I'll never get to everything I've got to get to. And for me, Phyllis, I had mine. I sold half. Still got up to 120% and sold the rest. I upgraded my subscription to VectorVest 7 from the mobile premium this weekend. Way to go, San Fran. Way to go. Joe said the same thing, stopped out with a very good profit. All right, so Marvin said, Palantir stopped out for it, but a lot of people still holding. I'm going to show you why that's not a bad idea. Oracle supercharges retail operations with a new POS. So, how many of you heard the commercials on the radio or on TV about, Oracle's OCI, Oracle's something. There it is. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. That's their branding. And, man, they've got the advertising all over the place. Peter says, thanks, Glenn. Just meant for later. Didn't want to interrupt. I got you, Peter. I just wanted to let you know. Look at that. Prakash updated the VectorVest subscription from a monthly to an annual. Way to go, man. I'm loving what you guys did. You guys showed up and showed out and really took a lot of orders. So thank you for that. Steven says, join the swing trading coaching at Tampa. Whew. Oof. Man, at the end, when I closed it out, someone came up to me and was saying, I wanted to jump up and say, hallelujah, amen. I was like, you know how many times people have come up to me and asked me if I was a preacher? I didn't preach. I just had the passion. When I closed out on Saturday, it was all the passion. It wasn't me preaching. But somebody came up to me and said, man, I was ready to jump up and start shouting. It's like, that's not what it was supposed to have been about. That's not what it's supposed to have been about. But I've heard that a lot. But when I close out on Saturdays, and this is the last 2 years I've done it, it's all about the passion behind the software, folks. It's all about, thank you, Stephen. Was it the liquor? No, I didn't have the liquor until after we closed out. Ooh, that was some good old fashions, baby. Rip Man, thank you, brother. And he did a little change to what they put in it. He did a little change into what they put into it. And man, that drink was freaking awesome. So, all right, let's go to the next stock. Tesla. Now, you would think that Tesla is going to move strictly because of the relationship Musk has with President Trump coming in. But here's the story. Tesla beats Audi in global car sales for the first time. All right, for the first time. So it's going to be interesting. I'm a member of the First Church of VectorVest. Wow. Woo! Let's start going, doots, 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 and everybody can shout. Everybody can shout. The First Church of VectorVest. Wow, that would be different. That would be different. All right, but this is a big story. Tesla beats Audi in global car sales for the first time. Tesla's still doing the darn thing. All right, TSMC. 2 stories on that. My son works at the Arizona factory. Not for TSM, but for ASML. My kid works there. And they have now started 4-nanometer production chips. The smaller they get, the better they are, folks. The smaller they get, the better they are. Lumber and housing stocks getting a bid due for LA5. Are they really? I don't know what you came to do, but I can't. That ain't what that's all about. Don't be starting that up. Tabula. Oh my goodness, no. And thank you for that, Prakash. All right, thank you for that. I've never met anyone that actually uses Oracle or SAP and likes it. Really, Roger? Should we short insurance companies? We'll talk about that. 4 nanometers are the high-end chips. Well, how about people are already working on 2 nanometer chips already, Pennywise? So I got to say, people are already working on 2 nanometer chips already. All right, this is for production. 2 nanometer chips are still in the process before they get released to the market already. All right, so I'm putting that out there. Another TSM story. TSM predicted to report 58% leap in fourth quarter profits this week. 58%. TSM should be on y'all's watch lists. Philip, I'll take a look at it when we look at stocks, my friend. I'll take a look at it when we look at stocks. How many likes do we have? How many stocks are we looking at right now? About 10? All right, remember, for every 10 likes we get a stock that we look at. Right now, I got about 10 for you. I'm going to start sticking to that this year. And that was good news for NVIDIA. No, I'm not still drinking the old fashions. Man, I need to get that recipe and get the Tampa airport to send me some of those. Ooh-wee. TSM now down hugely. I know, Roger, but I think this story could push it up. We'll see. We'll take a look at it. D-Wave. Now let's talk about some quantum. D-Wave inks a share sale agreement worth up to $150 million. Quantum stocks dip. In a regulatory filing on Friday that it entered a sales agreement with agents under which it may offer its common stocks. So they're trying to sell more stocks. So as soon as NVIDIA came out with, well, they're 15 to 30 years away. And then how about Zuckerberg came out and said the same thing. But I'm thinking that a lot of these quantum stocks are going to fight back as far as, and you know how they're going to fight back? They're going to have advances. All right? They're going to have advances. Philip says, Senseonics has been running nicely, Glenn. Good call. I like the news on it. And then we looked at it in the software. I remember, it ain't me. It's the software. So now I wanted to find a quantum site. I'm going to get to that in a second. Quantum company IonQ eyes top-end 2024 guidance and 2030 profit milestone. This is probably one of my better picks in the quantum space that I like as a long term. The firm announced that it expects 2024 results to be at the high end of its bookings and revenue guidance between $75 and $95 million and between 38 and 42 million estimate, respectively. The company also stated that it's extremely excited about 2025. This is the kind of news that's going to move quantum. This is the kind of news that's going to move quantum. All right, so, and meanwhile, in other news, top peer, D-Wave says it expects significant booking growth for 2024. So, and so that's D-Wave, that's quantum, and then Rigetti is in here somewhere. I'd be careful with Rigetti. I think, will it have big bumps up? Absolutely. But it's going to be more on the up and downs play. Old fashioned scotch. Oh, I know it wasn't good for my sugar. I know, but you know something? Friday night, I didn't drink. No, Thursday night we were there. I didn't drink. Everybody else did. Friday night, I didn't drink. The one night I was going to was Saturday. All right. The one day that I was going to Cheryl was Saturday. I had me some fun. I had me some fun. So it was one night out of the 3 nights that I was there that I did any drinking at all. I did any drinking at all. All right. So now I wanted to find a quantum website, and I sort of kind of did, I think, called QCI News Home. I think I'm still looking. I'm still looking. If this is not, a good all around quantum website, I'll find one. But just looking at some of the news that was out there in regards. So I'm going to keep my eye on this site unless I find a different one. Was it bacon flavor old fashioned? No, it wasn't. It wasn't. My recipe is simpler. 1 ice cube topped with scotch. Hey, Ripman, what was in that? Oh, no, actually, Sherilyn did it. 1 ounce of scotch, 1/4 ounce of simple syrup, 1 to 3 dancers of bitter. Oh, so it was the scotch, evidently. Man, it must have been the scotch that he changed out. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was freaking good. It was good. And that drink was solid. Whew. All right, so I'm going to keep my eye on this as a solid quantum website unless I can find another one. All right, unless I can find it. And no cigars. Yeah, we have to do that next time. So the VV Nation found... The VV Nation found the cigar place that we could have gone to. All right? So next year we're going to go. Move the seminar to California and we'll go get some drinks on me, Glenn says. I don't know if we, somebody said we need to move it to Vegas. Oof. How many of you would look for Tampa and Vegas? Type of 1 in the room. Then we got to call it the Vegas 2-day. Not the Tampa 2-day, but the Vegas 2-day. Ooh. That would be interesting. All right. Let's talk a little bit about Bitcoin. Bitcoin falls to the lowest level since November in risk asset sell-off. We'll see. Stronger than expected U.S. job. No, that's not what I wanted. A so-called Bitcoin's. I'm gonna keep my eye. That's a lot of people want to go to Vegas. Too cold in Vegas. Hell, it was almost too cold in Tampa first day. If you saw when I landed in Tampa, it was 33 degrees. Who gets 33 degrees in Tampa? 33 degrees. That's 1 degree above freezing in Tampa. Way easier to get to Vegas than Tampa. We'll see. I don't think that we'll do that. I think that we'll be back in Tampa. Unless everybody complains enough. I don't know. So, I do have a crypto website, and I use this a lot. CoinMarketCap, all right? And just to look at crypto over the last 7 days, for the most part, falling. XRP on the other side is still going against the trend. I own some Dogecoin because I'm an idiot. But Bitcoin, Ethereum, both falling. XRP is running up. So if you're going to look at any one to look at, and they're up a little bit over the last 7 days where everything else is down. Look at that. Everything else is down, but XRP is up. Interesting. Move it around like the Super Bowl. Ooh. That may not be a bad idea. But then it wouldn't be the Tampa 2-day anymore, right? But I like that idea. Glenn, it's 24 degrees right now in Bretton Woods. Yeah, that's why we're not up north. And that's why we will never move it to up north, ever. The day that we move it to up north, I'm not going. That's all I got to say about that. I say that now, but come to Texas, we had below 25. How does that happen? My kid lives in Dallas. One of my kids lives in Dallas. One of my kids lives in Arizona. I got kids all over the world. T says, just rename it. I don't know. Turn it into a World Series, except for it stays in the U.S. I watch it on YouTube from Nassau with 78 degrees. Hey, Fox, I'm not talking to you right now. Okay? I'm mad and I'm jealous. I'm jealously mad. I am. Mukesh says, come over here. It's 14 degrees in the negative Celsius. That sounds even colder than it looks. All right, a couple of more stories. Our earnings this week, banks start reporting. All right, so that's going to be the main focus when it comes down to earnings. This is the last tab. I'm going to come back to it. Ooh, for those of you who stayed, that is the new software. All right, let's get into the software. Let's get back into the software. Go to the program. Let's go to my viewers tab, and let's start off with the indices. Where are we? All right, come on, Glenn. January in Canada is lovely. Not for me. It's lovely for you Canadians that live up there. It ain't lovely for me. Not going to be a quantum year. Glenn, I'm going to disagree with that. I think that the buzz behind quantum's got momentum, and I think all it takes is for a couple of good stories throughout the year to move that portfolio into the positive. Right now, my quantum portfolio is down about 25%, 27%. Probably get a conference hall at Gillette Stadium for cheap money since football season. Man, if we could fill up a stadium, that would be sick. If we could fill up a stadium for a Tampa 2-day event, that would be stupid sick. Holy smoke. Ryan already showed us the new software weeks ago. He wasn't weeks ago, it was only a couple, and he almost got into big trouble for that. Just put that out there. So now I can do it without getting into trouble. Man, that coffee is hot. Cafe Bustelo. Where's Oscar? Oscar, you here? I got golf balls that have my name on them, and they're Titleist. I got golf balls with my name on them, and it says Cafe Bustelo King. So no matter where I go to play golf, I may play golf at a golf course that you are at, and if I ever lose it, you can bring it back to me. But it's a Titleist. It says Glenn, and it says Cafe Bustelo King on it. It was awesome. Glenn, do you run multiple sessions simultaneously? I do not. I can't do that. How do I do that? All right. I can't do that. Roger says they talked a lot about T-Gen in Tampa. What are your thoughts on T-Gen? Again, I'll give you an opportunity when I go look at your stocks, all right? Mixed market today. Where are we at? Percentage change? Yeah, the VIX is up. The VIX is up, and only the Dow is up. Everything else is down. But notice that everything else is not down tremendously. Notice that everything is not down tremendously. Glenn, sound is poor. All right, here we go. I did this already. Oh, crap. I did this already. Clay, I'm going to take out my... That should help, all right? Those golf balls would be worth big money if you got a real deal with Cafe Bustelo. I don't know how to get in touch with them to make them listen to me. All right, Raphael, is the sound better? Is the sound better? Hopefully it is. Let me know in the chat. Did the sound get better? A Vegas sphere would be an awesome place to hold the seminar. All right. So I was just doing that just in case. All right. Big news stocks last week. Let's take only the ones that were buy recommendations and see how they worked out. All right, let's go. Well, it was only one stock that was a buy recommendation. Oof. Last week was a tough week, too. Well, let's go see how many stocks were buy recommendations last week. We'll do it that way. Wow, a lot more stocks were buy recommendations last week. Let's quick test those over the last week. These were the stocks that made this. Oh, wow, they all got killed. This is why we look at VectorVest before we make a decision. But these are all of the stocks that made the FUBU and Disney deal. IBIT, TSM again, Apple. It was a tough week in the market. It was a tough week in the market. All right. Paint the Schreer with the VV. What the heck is that, Fitz? What did you say? Yeah, the fires always seem to happen all around Ontario, but never quite reaches us. But the air is bad. Oof. All right. Oh, Rimor says you can run multiple sessions if the region is different. At least I can. I don't know what you talk about. The multiple sessions. All right. Let's go see what stocks made the news this week. How many of them are buys? Let's go see how many of them are buys. 2. iBit and Dexcom. Those are the only 2 stocks that are in today's big news that were buy recommendations. All right. So we'll see what they do next week. But a lot of stocks making the news. A lot of them. Wow, look at that. Qubits. Getting some more bits kicked out of it. mRNA, even with the news. Oh, that was the news. The news was the guidance. The guidance is not there. Even though they're working on a virus, a vaccination for bird flu, not enough. Let's use my indicator that I like, RT times CI times growth. You know, what stocks have are in the positive? We've got Dexcom all the way up to NVIDIA, Coin, Palantir, Oracle, the stocks. And I can't look at these because these are ETFs, but the stocks are a little bit more risky by way of that indicator. By the way, that you only find in the VectorVest software. All right, that indicator RT times CI times growth. How come it didn't reset? Oh, sorry, RS times CI times growth. That's a great indicator to let me know, even though it made the news, is it worth it for me to invest in? That's important. A deep fryer will fix your where did I read that? I'm not listening to you right now, Roger. I might be buying any of these stocks where too much going on. You might not be. I hear you. So these are the stocks that made the news. Where would I be right now? Right there. Contra ETFs. Now, there's an interesting thing about taking contras right now. All right, market is getting to that level. Look at my contras are moving. All right, contras are moving. Let's take a look at all of the ones that are moving up today. View the stock graph. We're going to look at the MPI. I got an entry. All right, so just look at it. I got an entry here for me who's a little bit, maybe a little quicker on the draw. I got an entry. I don't have trend yet. That makes sense because the market's going up. These are contras. I'm interested to know if any of these contras, look at that, high beta. Look at the trend, the 5 and the 40 on the stop price, close. I'd keep my eyes on that. If I'm not, and would I be mad at you if you're in it? No. I wouldn't be mad at you if you're in it. There's an entry price right there, the early entry. Look at that. RT is now above 1. Closed candle, I wouldn't buy it today, but that's a contra that I'd be looking at. Goodness gracious, LABD. Look at the volume on that. Look at the wick, though, on today. Shooting star could be a reversal, but look at that trend. Look at the volume. We got trend here on the MPI as well. How do we get to fried Twinkies? Who does that? I've never had a fried Twinkie. I don't think I want one. All right, it makes my heart hurt just to hear it. Here's entry here on SQQQ, early entry trigger. All right, lower trough. Stan did a great job on the MPI this weekend. Here's a trend. I don't have trend yet with the moving averages of the stop price. Closed candle, probably wouldn't take it. I'm not eating a fried Twinkie. Man, that just makes my heart hurt. Makes my arteries start to close already. I haven't even tasted it. Oof. All right, but I'm looking at the contras for the short-term people trigger on RT. There's some entries here. Entry here on Webs. Look at this. No trend yet on price, but early entry as far as RT. Gillette Stadium is just 10 minutes from my house. Bring it. No, I don't think I want to go there. AI, then Chinese stocks, then quantum. It's the same old story. What's next to pump and dump? I don't know if all of these are pumping and dumping. Thomas says, please review what movements we are looking for in RS times CI times growth. RS, I'm looking for stocks that potentially will meet or exceed earnings expectations. CI, comfort index. I'm looking for stocks that go up more than they go down. GRT, earnings is the engine that drives a stock's price higher. I'm looking at stocks that have good earnings growth. So put those three, the combination, Thomas, of those three together, that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at that indicator. And if it's in the positive, then the combination, even though it's a multiplier, good number for me to look at from both a fundamental and technical perspective. RS, GRT are the fundamental indicators. CI, on the other hand, is a technical indicator. So it's got a combination of the three when I look at them. It's like looking at VST, but a little different. You know, like looking at VST, but a little different. Does that make sense, Thomas? Hopefully that explains it for you. All right, next stock in the list. A little bit more volatile in the move. Look at the move on price getting close to having trend, but there's a trigger right here. There's a trigger right here. All right, last couple real quick. SPXU. All right, there's a trigger getting close to trend on moving averages. Wow, look at this one. RWM. It's got trend already and trigger. Oh, I like this one. I like this stock, and I cannot lie. Let me clear my throat. All right, so, but I like this. Out of all of the contras that I just looked at, RWM looks the best. You agree? Yes or no? You agree? Yes or no? Now, U12 says day trade contras only. I am, from the perspective of contras, I am going to say, if we're getting close to looking for a bottom, then I'm looking for an explosive day. I take these contras off the table. Quantum, buy, sell, or hold. Quantum, I wouldn't touch just quite yet. Quantum, I wouldn't touch just quite yet. All right. Now, there's some people that are saying no, late to the party. I hear you. I think the market's got some more legs to the downside, especially as we get closer and closer to inauguration. And I don't know why. I think that everybody should be happy. I think, but you know, I'm just a guy. We'll see. But I will be paying attention to the indicators, MTI and buy to sell ratio. All right. So from a contra perspective, that's where I would be right now. And maybe, as U12 said, maybe you day trade them. I don't know. Don says, show earnings, please. What's in my earnings this week? I already showed that. Well, I don't know if I did. Here's the stocks in the list for earnings. There should be about 21 of them. More popular names. I'm going to sort it by that indicator. I'm going to sort it again. There it is. TSM, GS. Remember, RS is in the indicator. Which stocks do I think are going to have a harder time to beat? Starting in a couple of banks. Bank, JB Hunt, Bank. These are the ones, and let's go look at their RSs. RSs. Regions has an RS of 1.6, and Citizens has an RS of 1.06. All right, so we'll see. Those are the ones that I am more nervous about than I am with the stocks at the top. I'm not getting into that, U12. The Russell is not attractive. That's fine. I'm just showing, based out of all of the contras that were in there, that was the only one that looked the best from a trend perspective right now. Would you take a shot at Bancorp? Where's that at? Stock is overvalued. Relative safety below 1. VST below 1. Earnings, no, I'm not feeling that. No, it's not fundamentally sound. Not in an uptrend. No, I don't like it. Glenn likes big banks, and I cannot lie. Oh, whatever. What else? Oh, so contras I did want to show you. I want to go to the portfolios real quick. Here it is. My quantum computer portfolio is down about 27%. They are getting their butts kicked. But where is INOQ? It's down more than I thought. But I told you the big names, Google, Amazon, NVIDIA, those are reasonable pullbacks. the big names that everybody was making money on are the stocks that are going down the biggest. All right, those are the stocks that are going down the biggest. Will they retrace? We'll see. But I've got no stops on this portfolio. This was my pick for the top 10 quantum stocks for the year. No stops. We're going to live or die by them. All right. Now, it was interesting. Carol says, well, you're going to hold them. Do I keep stops off of mine? I was like, no. You guys don't. I do, because I called them for the year. But there's no reason why, if you should always have stops in place. If your stop stopped you out of these, then that's fine. All right. Time is at 12:45. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go back here. Go back to web stories. Where's my mouse? Where the hell is my mouse? No, I'm going to leave it as a program. But where's my mouse nonetheless? There it is. So I'm going to leave it on program. There's the new program. Here's the next generation software. Okay. Notice that as I open it up, right as we come to here, market timing, be defensive. Now is the time to sit on the sidelines, tighten stops, or play the market to the downside. I love this. Just looking at it. You know what I'm going to do today? Ooh. How about I look at your stocks from here? TGen. Let's go see if I can make this work. Oh boy. TGen. If I click on it, look at it. Look at that. How cool is that? How cool. Don't put your stocks in yet, but this is where I'm gonna look at it. TGen. Nice move up. Rising earnings per share. All right, rising earnings per share. Relative value above 1, relative safety below 1. I'm going to look at this as more of an aggressive play. All right. Everybody's been asking about the ability to look at a lot of the graph capabilities. Hold on. All of this stuff, our stock analysis report right at the bottom. Look at that, right at the bottom. I want to click on the graph. Add to watch list. I can actually add these to a watch list right here. Let's go to a graph view. Now, everybody talks about all of the different indicators that you want. You know me, I like to look at a 3-month graph. There's the 3-month graph. I can add stuff to the graph, take stuff away. How about, that looks like R2. Let's move up. That looks like RT. TGen should tell me what it is. I believe it's RT. I believe that it is. There's earnings per share. There's RT. Sorry, then that must be a moving average of some sort. And I'm still working around all of this. I believe that's a moving average of some sort. There's the RT, still above 1 but falling. There's the earnings per share, nice stair step effect. But I want to show you this. Let's go over right here to it's got this little FX thing. Here's all the indicators that we got. We got so much. I saved VWAP as one of mine. Somebody was complaining about the whole moving average. I got that saved. So I put some that I like to use a lot. And as well as we got a lot of technical indicators. I don't think anybody out there can complain about our technical indicators now going forward. We're using TradingView. And there it is. Mary says, when do we start beta testing? That's up to the folks above me. I've given you the website. It's at the top of the chat, www.vectorvest.com/beta. Do you have VPOC? What the flying flip is VPOC? You done with VPOC? I don't know. What is it? VPFR? I don't know what VPOC is. I have no, but if you put out something that's so obscure that's out there, I'm being mad at you for making me have it, because I think everything that's the most popular anything, sorry, Clay, that is the most popular anything is there. So I don't know. Can I have the mouse? Tell me when I can have the mouse. Oh, okay. Did you change that? All right. Okay. volume point of control. Why would you ask, out of all of the 75,000 indicators that you see there, why would you, it's there, you saw it, volume. All right, now I gotta go, now you gotta make me go find it. Volume point, let's go. Volume. Look at that, you can search for them too. Look at that, volume. I don't see it. You said you saw it. Look under volume profile. Okay, let's go find that. Volume profile. I don't know. I don't see it. But again, I'm still working on it. Listen, if we got it, it'll be there. You said right there. I just looking. You said, oh, did I miss it again? Who's calling me? People can't be calling me right now. Volume profile fixed. I love it when Glenn admonishes the viewer in front of absolute. I'm not admonishing anybody. I just don't see it. Listen, now people are leaving. I don't want that to happen. I want everybody to have a good experience with looking at what we got as far as the new stuff. Price to volume. Oh, was that you? You did that. All right. Or did I do that? Okay, go ahead. It looks like every time I move, that changes. All right, I think that's what it is. Volume profile fix. That doesn't say what you said, but you see it's there, Ben. So there you go. You see that it's there, right? All right, can I go again? All right, let's go look at another stock. Moving down. KTOS. KTOS. Am I still good? All right. KTOS. Look at that. Beautiful. And with this, once you click on the graph, I'm going to take it again. Or no? All right. Graph. There it is. Beautiful looking equity curve. And you can draw lines. There's some drawing features that you have. Again, it really is. I do like the trading view setup. Cool thing, you got news right about it as well. January 13th. Oh, that's today. Kratos, I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't. Kratos receives new hypersonic system program award with total potential value approximately 100 million. ISRG. Just go right up there. ISRG. Show all one stock. Boom. Stock is a hold. Look at the equity curve. Looks like a 1 year equity curve. I wonder if I can set a default for 3, but look at the earnings graph. It's a safe stock, so this stock will make money, but the upside may not be there. Relative timing right at 1, and it is overvalued. I love all of this stuff, and there's the report. There's the stock analysis report. Glenn should check who in your portfolio has business in China. Tariffs are coming. Yeah, we'll see. Archer, I'm telling you, it's going to be a tool. Archer, click. Whoa, that's not the stock. Not the stock. That's AR. That's not what I want. Ooh, I spelled it wrong, I bet you. Yep, ACHR. I spelled it wrong. ACHR. There it is, Archer. Archer Aviation. Ooh, big move to the downside. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And now to zoom in and out, actually, let's go to the graph view. I could just put my mouse on the graph and scroll up or down. And I want to draw, there's a good level of support. It's a good level. Oops, Why did you stop? Click and stop. There we go. Good level of support, sitting at about 820, 811, 821, 808. There it is. I like that. And that's a good level of support. We'll see if it holds. But it is pulling back off of this high. All right, little shooting star, followed through, gap down. Got a nice little level of support. We'll see how that works out. Glenn, up calm. CALM. Here it is. Calamine Foods. Buy recommendation. VST at 1.4. RS and RV, both above 1. Relative timing, it's in an uptrend. Let's go graph view. I like that. Nice open candle today. What is that? That's the stop price. Man, the stock's been a buy or a hold for a minute. And then look at, here's our indicators right on the side. News, January 11th. Calamine Foods is increasing its dividend to $1.49. Oh, that made people happy. Nice open candle. I'd like to see it take out that high right there. Look at that. About 114.59. What's it at? Yeah! I got to learn how to make this stick. It's at 106. I'd like to see it break above that. LMND, LMNOP, Lemonade, LMND. Let's go peep it out. 1 year graph, oof, pulling back off that high and still pulling down. Earnings per share still running. Stock is a sell. Wow, relative value, relative safety, both below 1. Not in an uptrend. Let's go to a graph view. Let me zoom in a little bit. Oof, right, there's a beautiful level of support. Right about, is that 44? No, it can't be. I don't know what that price is. Stop price 26. There's some nuances that I don't like. Nice level. I'm going to use that as a level of support right about here. I got to click again. I knew it. I knew it. Click that gummit. Got a price of about 29.41. There it is. Right at that gap. Falling. Looking at the earnings per share. Still looks good. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oof, RT, though, is below 1. Stock's losing momentum. All right. The Chinese got the software before the release. Sigh, stop Taboola. Just a bathroom mirror. What are you talking about? Bragg being, screen is upside down and flipped. No, it ain't. Is it really? Oh, could it be? Is it really? Oh, I didn't know that. Clay's fixing it. That was funny. Wow, that was like Belle Biv DeVoe. I'm wearing mirrored glasses. Is that better? Is that right? Not yet. Okay, he's fixing it. All the whole time it was upside down? Sigh. Nobody said nothing until right now? That's why I was using my bathroom mirror, says Pennywise. No, it's still backwards. That's all right. He's changing it. You were in a trance. No, I just wanted to make sure you guys got a decent view. We've been telling you, says Charlotte. Oh, well, I was just looking. Nobody was telling me anything. That's all right. We've been yelling. Y'all need to yell louder. Glenn addressed listening to the wife in the conference. I did. I was supposed to listen to my. That's right. You better, especially if you invest as a couple. That's all right. I know. Clay knows. Clay is doing what he can. It's a little different. I don't know. Well, nonetheless, I can hear you now, Jazz. Yes. Nonetheless, even if we don't get it fixed today, we'll fix it for the next time. This was an on-the-fly move right now to show you more of the software. That's what it was. That was me loving you as much as I do to do that. In the new system, will we be able to create graph layouts similar to the ones we have now? I don't know yet. Thank you, Clay. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. She told you about the graph, no? Woman, no. My wife told me what to do. You know, when I invest in something, she looks at a graph and she's like, "Well, dear, I don't." You know, I look at her and say, "Listen, do you know who I am? I'm Glenn E. And that gets shut down really fast. All right, I try, but it works out not his way. So I learned to listen to my wife. All right, so there we go. Let's take a look at one more stock. Let's go look at Palantir. PLTR. Palantir. What's the name of that mirror view you showed? It's kind of cool. I don't know. It was done accidentally. It's a hold, pulling back. Let's go to graph view. Let's zoom in. Oof. It's tough. Let me give you... I don't want to go that low. I want to go... Ooh. Did I not put that up here? There we go. Right about here. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not in Palantir right now. RV, look at that. RV below 1, RS above 1, VST just barely above 1. I'd wait. I'd wait to see if we can get back above this line of support, which we're currently under. So this is a line of resistance. I'd like to see if we can break through that. Unless I miss a CRNT. I don't know what you heard about me, but I like the CRNT. And I look on the graphy, and it's pulling down. Ow, wee. All right, I'd be careful with CRNT. Loved it over the last year. Let's go to graph view. Let's go to a 3-month graph. Beautiful level of support. Let me go get that. Let me go pop that right there. Cotton candy, good and cold. Let me see the Tootsie Roll. Your Tootsie Roll. Oh, I got a nice little level of support right here. Let's see if that level of support holds. Let's go see if that level of support holds. Looks like at about 410. All right, we'll see if it holds. Let's go look at RV. Above 1 is good upside, great upside. Relative safety, below 1. RT is good. You know something? I'd be okay holding this, but if it breaks through that level of support, I'd probably think about taking half off the plate. All right, one more. CRS. Can't remember stuff. Let's go look at it. CRS. Let's go. Look at that. Good stock. Still moving up. Buy recommendation. RV, RS both above 1. Let's go to graph view. Put it on the 3-month graph. Nice move. You know what I'd look for? I'd look to see if it can take out this most recent high. About 197.31. That's what I'd look for. But the stock is still moving up. Hit that again. Ooh, look at that. What did you do? How did that happen? Click it again. I like the uptrend. I'd like to see it break through that level of resistance. All right. Exactly what I'm seeing. I thank for the confirmation on CRNT. You got it. One more. And we're going to go look at FTI. Techno chip something or other. 1-year graph. Bottom left, top right. Graph view. 3-month graph. Ooh, a little bit of a bullish harami. Ooh, nope, not quite. But 2 up days in the middle of a down day. I'd like to see us take out that candle. I'd definitely like to see us take out the candle. Where's RT? 1.5. Stock's still in an uptrend. All right, the stock is a buy. Here's our indicators. RV nicely above 1. This is more of an aggressive play. Good upside potential. Safety is close to 1. In an uptrend. Listen, if you own it, leave it alone. If you own it, I'm going to draw another line. I love the drawing features really quick. Look at this. I'd use that. There we go. Sigh. There's the uptrend. Pull back down, and now we're back in the uptrend. I like that. I do realize. I just realized KTOS hits the 52-week high today. There you go. Trading View does offer VPOC. Listen, I showed you all of the indicators that we had. And it wasn't V, there was another letter in there. Volume something. Volume, TUV, volume, profile fix. Whatever it is, VPOC. VPOC is one of these. Volume profile fix. Let's put it on. I don't know. Click to set a point. I don't know how to use it. Ooh. I don't know. I got to set a point. I'll set a point. I set another. I don't know how to use this. Sigh. I have no idea. VWAP is on here. VWAP is on here. Volume weighted. Oh, it's probably one of mine. I already have it. But VWAP is on here. Is that it? No, that's volume weighted moving average. Volume weighted. I'm going to work through this. There's a lot of indicators in here. There it is. I've got VWAP. Oh, man. No, I lost it again. Let's go down. Volume. There's VWAP right there. And I just don't know how to use it yet. But I have it saved as one of my indicators I want to use. All right. So, all right. That's how we're going to end up today. I just wanted to spend some time, a little bit more time. Let's go click on the VectorVest. Spend a little bit more time showing you a lot of the stuff that's here. Every day you walk in, we'll tell you what you need to be. We've got little boxes. Check your portfolios, how to manage your portfolio, how to invest in a down market. A lot of people don't know. Look at that. When to sell, the basics of setting stops. A lot of people ask me, so what do I, look at this. We're going to really give you everything that you need every stinking day. Talk about the ease of using the software. There's the color guard where it is, market timing. There's the trend. What is going on? It's trending down. What does it mean to be defensive? A video. How to review advanced market timing? A video. Where or what are noteworthy conditions? A video. I thought you couldn't time the market. A video. Folks, I think we're going to try to give you everything that you need to make this better. My day is not stinking. All right. Every awesome day. How about that? All right, Clay, can you put me on the last screen? I had to get some permission to do that. I got the permission. The interface looks clean, but we need Star Search and MPI. Remember, this is the first iteration of the system. And then we're looking for beta testers. Clay still has, it would be a beta tester. If you would like to beta test the new software, there's a link at the top. Do it. All right? Just do it. So we'll work from there. All right. Hopefully you all guys hit the like button. A lot of you waited. Was it worth the wait to stay today to get more insight on the new software? Type a 1 for that. If it was not worth your expectation, type a 2. All right? All right, type a 1 if it was worth it for you to stay to the end to get more insight on it. And if I wasted your time, type a 2 so I can ban you. Okay? Yeah, I'm banning you right now. Think I won't? I have no idea how to ban nobody. I don't even know how to do it. All right, but there you go. Thank you, Joe. Somebody had to put a 2 in there, and I figured somebody would. Joe, I didn't think it was you. I thought you always had my back, but what is the hourly testing rate? I don't think there is an hourly. Nancy! I saw Nancy sitting next to Florida. Joe Florida. I know the name if I see it, but there's Nancy. It was Nancy. I met a lot of people. I just saw the last name, and I was like, oh, hi, Nancy. I'm shouting you out. That was an accident. Sorry. Look, Joe said that was an accident. I needed somebody to just say 2, and somebody did, and I'm okay with that, Joe. I'm okay with that. Amir, wait till Wednesday when we go look at stocks again. We looked at a lot of stocks in the new software. We did it all in the new software, which I thought was kind of cool. Glenn, post those Tampa partying photos, please. We already started doing that. If you're on my Facebook, you'll see them. If you're on my Facebook, you see them. But a lot of you took your own pictures as well, which was great. Tampa was a lot of fun. All right, I gotta go. Adios. Arrivederci. Ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all of you guys in California, Amir. Letting you know that. Everybody in Florida, y'all need to look out for each other right now. This is a trying time. Always remember, there's always great people in the world. And if you can't find one, be one. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Till the next time, folks. See ya.